We heard about NATO funding tonight. President Trump saying the money is pouring in, that allies have come around here to increase their contributions to NATO. Let's do a little fact check here. Is that happening? Indeed, is the money pouring in?
Well, I mean, this was actually one of the rare moments where he ad-libbed from the speech. So the pouring in line was not in his prepared remarks. And I mean, it's a bit of a sort of, I don't know if it's a misunderstanding or just sort of a misconstruction. When countries increase their defense spending, the money doesn't really pour in anywhere. I mean, I think the larger point, though, is that he's claiming victory for what he sees as acknowledgement from other countries, which indeed they have done, to say, yes, we agree, we do need to spend more on defense. We need to meet the 2% defense spending target laid out by NATO commitments. So there's a broad agreement in Europe that needs to be done. There's still a lot of questions about how long this will take and whether countries can truly deliver, because after all, they need to have things to spend that money on. So taking credit a bit there for leveraging other countries to make those commitments anew. We
heard the president utter a phrase that Donald Trump wanted to hear uttered on the floor of the U.S. Congress for some time when he was a candidate. He said radical Islamic terrorism. Of course, Nick Wadhams, there was reporting after H.R. McMaster became the new national security advisor. He made the case that that was not the main foe here. It seems here that there may be a point of disagreement between him and the president. Let's hear a bit about what President Trump had to say about terrorism in his speech tonight.
Those given the high honor of admission to the United States should support this country and love its people and its values. We cannot allow a beachhead of terrorism to form inside America. We cannot allow our nation to become a sanctuary for extremists.
Go back to Nick Wadhams here, our foreign policy reporter based in the Washington, D.C. bureau. Let me have you react to what we heard there from the president about terrorism, the terrorist threat, and maybe push this forward a little bit. There's been a lot of concern about the travel bans, as they're called, for immigrants coming into this country. Where do we go from here in light of what we heard from the president tonight?
Well, I think there was actually a very subtle change in the language that President Trump delivered in this address, and that was, one, an acknowledgement that Muslims are victims of terrorism attacks, and also that the U.S. will work with allies, including its Muslim allies, to fight the scourge of ISIS. So when you look at that, you do see sort of subtle acknowledgements that maybe he's moderating his tone a little bit, though certainly on the issue of an immigration order, potential restrictions on immigration, really doubling down. I mean, that beachhead language was pretty new and suggests that indeed they will go ahead. I mean, we do know the administration has said, Homeland Security Chief Kelly has said that they will introduce this new executive order. They're going to go ahead with that with the 7 nations listed previously, so no intention to back down there.